Hello, hello, my loves. Welcome. We are going to be doing a deck reveal today. We are going to be having a look at the Rose Oracle. So, if you are interested in hearing about my thoughts and seeing a little bit of this deck, please keep watching. Okay, so normally I take the time to kind of show the cards on the table and this and that. I may plug in a couple videos here and there of like the cards on the table. The Rose Oracle. Now, this deck is so pretty. This deck was kind of on my wish list for a while. I hadn't made the decision to purchase it up until recently. I don't really know why. I guess it's just because I own quite a few. Rebecca Campbell has another deck out. It's kind of like a starseed deck. And then the artwork is very, very, very similar to Danielle Noel's, and she does the ocean dreams, and she has the Starseed Tarot, and I think she has the Moonchild Tarot, and she has like a bunch of other decks. So it's kind of like this like mystical collage, like a digital collage kind of a deck, and it's usually like really pastel-y. One of the reasons why I felt drawn to get it is the roses. I really, really, really have a connection to roses. It has been a family name that has been going down a lot of the women in my family on my mom's side for many years. It is all about love. It is all about passion. It is all about creative journey. I have a very dear connection to Mother Mary. She has appeared to me in multiple dreams, and I just have this connection with her. And of course, she is known with the roses. And then also the rose was kind of like it was an alias. So I did take on the name Rose at the very beginning of my spiritual journey because I pretty much didn't want to be found by anyone who knew me because I was very like new to the spiritual path and the tarot, and it's a whole story. We will get into that later. Another thing that I was drawn to this deck with was the connection to the womb, or the connection to your sacral, or just the whole area, okay? I have been doing a lot of womb work, womb healing for myself, on myself. I have been like tracking my period. I have been tracking ovulation. I have been doing like all the stuff. And I just felt that this deck would be a really cool addition to that energy. So without further ado, let's open this baby up. And the inside of the box is really beautiful. It says, "Plant yourself here." You have a little title card that gives a little bit more about the creation of this deck and what her intentions were when working with it. It also comes with a guidebook that is very, very juicy. It's a chunky guidebook that has quite a bit of information about each of the cards. It also has some tarot spreads that you can use when you're working with it. So I do recommend, especially decks like this, like oracle decks that are very intentional with their energy. I do find that a guidebook that is really, really good is useful to use in your readings, especially if you're using it for yourself. So the cards, typical oracle size, they are rather large. I do have a tarot deck here. So let me show you my little high priestess. So when you compare the high priestess to the deck, you could see the size difference. It is much more wider and just a little bit taller. So kind of figure how a tarot deck feels in your hand compared to the oracle deck. It is a little bit chunky. The backs of the cards are really, really pretty. You have the roses, you have the element signs, just a beautiful view of that. And the cards themselves. So you have the beautiful imagery and then you have a little blurb at the bottom. Very typical for Rebecca Campbell's artwork style. Her other decks looks very similar. So I really like just like this whimsical feel that this deck brings. And you have like the element. Ooh, this one has this one has a hummingbird in the background. So okay, so let's use this card as an example. Come to me, right? Come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. So when you see something like this, you don't necessarily need the guidebook. You can kind of get enough information based off of the little blurb, right? It's very being in tune with yourself and your body. Oh, this card. The fertile void. Inner winter, rest, patience, potency, secret beginnings. So I really think a deck like this is perfect if you work on inner work, healing work, womb work, people who are just on the path to healing their bodies or reconnecting with your body. If you are on a healer's path, so if you yourself are training to become a healer, you may actually really like a deck like this. It's thought provoking. And it's also something that you can give to a client to almost journal with. That's what I like certain oracle decks for. This one is Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence within destiny. So, like I was saying, when you are giving your clients homework, or you're giving them a card to work with, to journal with, I really like to choose and be very choosy with my oracle decks for that purpose. Not every oracle deck is going to give you this soulful journey type of energy. Some oracle decks are very similar to a tarot deck, where it doesn't really fall that deep. And then you have some oracle decks like this one where it's just really personal. It's very intimate. It's very soul touching. Like it's a meditation journey waiting to happen. It is spiritual therapy, right? So I think that something like this is just really perfect for certain types of energies, certain types of readings. I don't think that this is a deck I would choose for, career readings unless we're really looking for like a soulful connection with the career. I love the flowers in the background. Whispers of Mother Earth, creativity, ideas, inspiration, artist, writer, channel. It's kind of funny how I was just talking about career and then here's a career card. So I guess it's just kind of like your intention as you're going into it. What sort of energy you're looking for with an oracle deck. I'm very choosy when it comes to my oracle decks. Like I said, I like to pick things that I can use as almost a journal prompt. I love going on a journey with a deck. This is the crowning, initiation, threshold, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. Now, just because the essence of this card is about birth or giving physical birth does not mean you have to read it that way. That's also another reason why I love decks like this, because it is also the symbolic birth or rebirth of your business, of yourself, of your connection with someone else, of your relationship. It's a beautiful way to look at the cards from multiple dimensions. Ooh, this one says Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So it's a very Very sexy deck, I would have to say too. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if sexy is the right word to describe it, but it is definitely a feminine, has that feminine quality. If you were looking to work more with the divine feminine, I would also say that this is a good one too. Oh, this one's beautiful. Held. Sureness of soil, unseen help, support, community. I don't know. I'm very choosy. Like I said, I'm very choosy with the decks that I work with. And I think after using this one a couple times, I feel like this is something I would be comfortable working with other people. I do have some Oracle decks that I only use for myself because maybe the topic or the subject matter is a little bit too intense, or it's just a deck that speaks to my soul and that's it, you know? But I do have decks that I like to share with my clients or in my mentorships or in my spirit circles. There are certain decks that I feel really work really well as almost like the teacher. So I guess that's like kind of brings me to like my last piece of opinion about this deck is it is definitely a teacher deck. It is definitely one of those that if you are looking for inspiration for what else to teach in your workshop, or if you are looking for, like I said, a journal prompt inspiration, or just a little bit of help with the work that you're doing, this is definitely one of those decks that would provide that energy. So just something to think about if that is kind of the realm of energy that you work with, and maybe something you would like to add to your practice. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much, there's still more cards, but I don't want to show all of them. I like to keep that element of surprise for people. But that is the Rose Oracle. Like I said, it is a very feminine deck. It's beautiful. I really enjoy it. It's dainty. But she's also very raw. So I just thought I would share that with you. I thought it was a beautiful one. I wanted to mention it. If you have any questions or if you would like a closer look at the cards, let me know. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, my loves.